Hi everybody, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are here today because we're gonna give you some exciting updates with great footage on three big projects that we have here going on at the same time at Mapperton. Number one, our fairy tale English cottage, an update on that. Number two, the 18th century pool that went viral, an update on that. It's not yet finished. And number three, our huge rewilding project. So,
where do we start?
Well, I think we're going to start with the cottage. I'm really excited about that, and I'm very involved.
This is your first kind of Mapperton construction project.
Yes.
So most of the projects that we've done here linked to renovation and construction. Because you've been so busy with your other work, I've taken on, but this time it's Julie.
It's me.
Which is, can I just tell you what a relief that feels? I mean, the weight on my shoulders is noticeably lightened. Because
I'm spreadsheeting it.
She's going to have to deal with all of the budgets and the timelines.
Yep. I've set up a WhatsApp group.
The problems.
So, update is, I like to call it the perfect English fairy tale cottage. And we are developing this now and renovating it so that you can come and stay. It will be put on Airbnb, but it is a lot of work that needs to be done. It's an Edwardian cottage, so it's over 100 years old.
It's called Keeper's Cottage, and it's nestled just at the edge of the closest wood to Mapperton. It's where the gamekeeper would have lived. It's a kind of Hansel and Gretel cottage, isn't it?
That's what I thought when I saw it, at Hansel and
I've
Gretel
got another one.
project.
It's kind of also a bit of a gingerbread house.
Gingerbread,
I mean, yeah.
Good, both. Bring
Both
it on.
those.
And a fairy tale
Do you have
English
both those?
cottage. Yeah, we do, we do.
Yeah, okay.
So just a little bit of an update on that. We brought Malcolm first, and we looked at really the structure of the building and for him to walk away and do designs after he did some measuring. And he really spends time doing an amazing job measuring, and then he hand draws all of the plans for the cottage. I then went in there and I was able to strip out the carpets. And let me tell you, that was a messy job.
Can I just say something at this point? There are several people at Mapperton who were thinking that that job was going to be so grisly and so grimy that they wouldn't want to do it. But Julie rolled up her sleeves and just got on with it. It was so impressive.
I did. So I spent half a day there taking up all the carpets, and what was revealed, which was fantastic, underneath the carpets, beautiful timber floors. I mean, absolutely stunning, apart from one room, which we will just have to put carpet over because there isn't any timber underneath.
The stage that we're at now is we've done the strip out.
Yes.
And we're now looking at the designs, working out which rooms are going to be bedrooms, bathrooms, etc., which is what Malcolm's done. And then, of course, the next step is to build that, in particular to put in the services. But there are some complications. For example, we've got to work out how we heat it. I mean, these days, it's not a good idea to go with oil heating, which is what most of the cottages are heated by.
And so with the energy prices rising, we've got to really think about this.
So we're thinking of running an enormously long pipe from our biomass system, but it's a long distance, and the question is how much heat loss we have, and also the costs of putting in the trenching for that.
Can you just tell everybody, how many houses does the biomass boiler heat on the estate?
It currently feeds, I think 5 or 6 buildings round the biomass itself.
Right.
So this would be adding another one onto that.
Where this fairy tale English cottage is, it's about 300 meters from the main house, but it's nestled into this very hidden space. So after we stripped out everything, and literally everything was stripped out, we took out that all those colorful tiles, which I know some of you really liked, but we did strip those out, the kitchen cabinets, the baths, and then obviously all of the paneling that was in the dining room.
That's project number one.
Well, let me just finish.
Julie's in charge, and when's it going to be finished?
Well, Malcolm has come up with some fantastic designs, so I just want to let everybody know that I really enjoy finding great pieces in flea markets or antique markets. And so Malcolm and I will be going out to some of the local antique markets here in Bridport and in Crewkern, and we will be looking for some of the furniture that we can use to decorate the cottage with. So anyway, that's a really fun project.
And again, this is one of those projects that would not have got off the ground without the support of our patrons. So this is a good moment for a shout out to our patrons. We are extremely grateful for the support that you give to Mapperton. This channel, Mapperton Live, has been all about trying to get Mapperton Estate into a position of sustainability for the future, and the income that we now get through our Patreon subscriptions really supports this part of England's heritage. It's tremendously helpful to us. If you'd like to become a patron, please do go to patreon.com/Mapperton Live, and you can find out more details there. There are lots of other benefits as well, including live Q&As with us, and various
updates from us,
and various gifts, tea towels,
gifts. That's right, brand new tea towels.
Second project then.
Second project, I think we'll go to the 18th century pool.
Except it's probably not 18th
we
century.
now think, well, we're
recently, through the work of Tim Connor, who you'll know is a local historian who's written a book about Mapperton, he thinks that those pools may well date back to a much earlier time, to a Tudor period. So the 1500s, 16th century they could be.
Yes.
So we might call it the 16th
century
century pool, which I think is more exciting.
Of course
but it wasn't.
is.
But in those days it wouldn't have been a swimming pool. It would probably have been a pond where fish were kept and eaten.
So an update on, I'm still going to call it the 18th century pool because until we know for sure, that's and that's its name now. So
that's what YouTube
pool.
calls it. So we'll stick with it.
We'll stick with that. So we obviously were able to fix the many leaks once we drained the pool, fix all those many leaks.
And that was another job that was only possible because of the support of our patrons. It was something that we would not have done. We would not have been able to do.
No, we wouldn't have been able to do that. So thank you very much.
Who's in charge? Are you project manager of this one,
yes,
or am I project manager of this one?
So Raymond and
I'm secretly project manager.
No, you probably saw Raymond and I building one of the islands, but there were 12 in total that needed to be built. Hopefully I didn't slow Raymond down. I was very slow in building mine, but he was a great teacher.
It's all right, because I sped up the film, and I'm sure that made you go faster.
The one that we built together did float, so we were really happy. So you probably saw me.
You tested it, didn't you?
We tested it.
There was some quality assurance, the QA process of Julie standing on the island.
So the next step with that is Susie, our head gardener, has just ordered the plants, and we were advised by not only David, the pool guy, but also from my mother-in-law, your mother, Caroline, the Countess of Sandwich, and advised us on what plants to use to make sure that we really can achieve this sort of natural organic pool. Those will be installed very soon. They're arriving in the next couple of weeks. And once they are arrived, you will see me and Susie and probably Jake as well, Raymond as well, all hands on deck, putting them together and placing them in the pool.
Which means that hopefully this year we will not get the same algae problem, and it'll be a cleaner, more natural pool to swim in.
So, and I will be testing it. That's exactly right, because I'm the one who swims in it, and see what the algae level is like. Algae. And third project and last project is over to Luke.
Are you project managing this one as
well?
No,
I'm definitely not project managing the Rewilding project, but it is a really exciting project.
So a quick update on the Rewilding project. As you may have seen, we have now got to the point where the lodge for the new beavers who are arriving, we hope at the end of August, has been built. So Ben has been beavering away, building lodges, putting in dams, so starter dams for the beavers. The hope is that with these initial smaller dams, the beaver will then be encouraged to build on top of them and initially add their own materials and then create a wetland around, which is really exciting. So beavers coming later on. Ben is going to be going off to meet Derek Gow. Derek is the wonderful naturalist and ecologist who supports various rewilding projects through beaver reintroductions, but also other animals too. So he will be supplying us with Exmoor ponies. We're hoping to get about 6 of those. They should be arriving in the summer and joining the project. In addition to that, we have some wonderful Iron Age pigs coming. Now, Iron Age pigs are a cross between a domestic breed called a Tamworth and a wild boar. Derek has sent us a photo. Have you seen the photo? Of the piglets who will be coming to Mapperton and doing all of the wonderful rootling. In many ways, the pigs are going to do the most important early work in the project because they're going to attack, they're going to rootle they're going to churn up all of the pasture areas that are so poor in terms of the richness and variety of the various plant species. If the pigs churn up the ground, they open it up, more seeds can get in, there'll be more propagation.
And we'll be filming all of this as well, so you can see.
No, I thought we wouldn't. I thought we'd just keep it to ourselves.
Haha. So those are our 3 big projects, and they're all happening really this summer.
It's an exciting summer.
It's an exciting summer. So be sure to subscribe down below, like this video, because if you want to be the first to know about the 18th century pool, the fairy tale English cottage, and all the renovations there, and of course this big rewilding project that we're doing, please subscribe, because a lot is going on this summer, and you can watch it all and be the first to know if you subscribe and turn notifications on.